Alright. Okay. Alright. Let's talk about it. Alright, so Tom and Jerry the movie. So guys, Tom and Jerry the movie is a 2021 film that came out this year. And I gotta be honest with you, after watching the trailer, I kind of had little to no interest in it. I just think live action movies have become a thing in the past. Like, we don't really need to deal with them or have them anymore. I mean, we can just do... We've shown that we can do good animated movies. Live action can occasionally work. I mean, you know, you got Who's Framed Roger Rabbit. I'd say Rocky and Bullwinkle was the last good live action movie that I've seen in a while. I've had a lot of tread along the way, or otherwise we've been stepping in goose shit. But this came out, I wasn't really interested, but people told me it's okay, it passes. And I gotta be honest with you guys, after watching it, I'm at a stalemate. Because there's stuff in this movie that grasps on to crap that I hate in live action movies, and there is stuff that is funny and good in this movie, but in the end it just doesn't work out, and that's what kind of pisses me off. So let's talk about the good. I like the acting, but I feel like Moretz definitely phoned it in. Don't know why. She could have done a lot better in this movie. I mean, there's funny things to be had. I think the hotel manager is probably one of the funniest people in this thing because he's just so ditzy. I don't know. And there's just stuff happening with them that you don't care about. You just want to get to the Tom and Jerry stuff. And when the Tom and Jerry stuff happens, that's the little glimpse that you have because it's the classic Tom and Jerry stuff that you like, but it just evens out more and the stupid people stuff rises over the Tom and Jerry stuff and it just makes the movie bad. Another thing I'm going to say, this was absolutely the wrong writer and director. Who picked this? Who picked this? Seriously, who picked this? I don't understand. No. Okay, so the director of Shaft directed this movie, and at first when I heard that, I was just like, that's a bold choice, because he's never done a kids movie. And it shows, for most of this movie, that he's never done a kids movie. And will never do one again. Because honestly, I just want to say with you guys, like, this was not horrible, but it could have been done better. Here's the problem I have. In the beginning of this movie, you hear Tom's voice, and you hear Butch's voice, and Butch's voice was the first time I went, that doesn't match up, like, at all. And I know we live in a world now where anyone can play anyone, and I'm okay with that, but when you grow up with something that's like Butch in Tom and Jerry with his, like, very 50s male white voice, and then you have him talking like, you know, he's kind of like it's a word I want to use here, a common street thug would be the best thing I could think of. It just doesn't pan out for me. And I know, like, times are changing and we could do that, but, like, my brain just doesn't connect to that. I don't know why. Like, I think of Butch and he's just like, instead of, yo, man, why are you stepping on my turf? Because he literally says that to Tom, or a version of that to Tom. As well as the other cats. Remember the Tiny Cat? Remember Tiny Cat? He talks like that too. And it's weird. And it doesn't work. Because in my brain, like, that one never talked. That cat never talked. And when that voice comes out of that cat, I just kind of go, yeah, that doesn't work. Like, at all. Like, my brain is, like, flushed at that point. Like, done. The antics are good. I do like Spike's voice. Spike's voice is kind of still on that level of whatnot. And then there's a couple things in here of poop jokes, and I gotta be honest with you. When those happen in this film, I know they're meant to make kids under the age of 6 laugh, and it's fine with that, as long as it doesn't do it more than once, in my opinion. And granted, they only did it once, but the thing that ruined it in this film for me was when I was watching it, I was actually having a good time, then that moment happened, and it just sank it enough for me to go, kids movie. It was a rough one for me, I gotta be honest with you. There were good things in this movie, but I feel like the bad more outweighed the good in this film. There were good things, there were bad things, I will say that. There was a deleted scene in this film where, and I'll tell you about the poop joke, basically Spike takes a huge ass dump in the middle of a street. They don't show it, but you know that's what's happening. And then when it happens in the deleted scene, he goes, oh, come on, another poop joke. Aren't kids, like, past this stuff now? And then they're like, oh, you understand, kids like the poop jokes. I honestly want to take a poll between, like, 6-year-olds and down. It's like, does poop make you laugh? Does it make you laugh? I don't know what point we actually, like, just did that. Because Shrek was like a dirty, like, ogre, you know? And I know he farted in his mud pit, and I laughed at that because it was funny. As an adult now, I don't find it as funny because I laugh at more mature stuff now. But as a kid, I laugh at that. So I'd say I found it funny, but I'd say if I was 6 years old, I'd probably find this funny. But as an adult, it's like the one thing that ruins it for me. So I will honestly say I do like the Tom and Jerry antics, but I don't like the people bullshit that doesn't really do anything, except the hotel manager, who is played by the dude from Deadpool. I just... That guy deserves more work. Give him more work, Hollywood. He can make it work. But I gotta be honest with you. I'm gonna give Tom and Jerry 2021 a rousing, and I do this with a heart of gold, a 6 out of 10. I will say that much. It's passable. It's passable. Would I watch it again? Maybe. I would say maybe, but it's passable. Let's go with that. It's passable. Alright guys, have you seen the new Tom and Jerry movie? What did you think about it? Let me know in the comments down below what you thought about it. Let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more. I will see you guys next time with a brand new video. Goodbye guys.